if you like to see what time and space look like, well, see around you every form, because every form is in time and in space. It expresses time and space. And that which sees is out of time and space. Okay. All that you see around you, wherever you look, short by or far away, it is all time and space, because forms have been born and will pass away. They come in time and they leave time. See the baby. There's nothing, then there is a baby, and then time takes over. Baby lives in time. Time moves along with the baby form till it is an old and grey form, and then it leaves time again. And that's the wave of the sea. There's the sea, then there is the wave, and then the wave is gone, dies in the sea, returns in the eternal sea. So whatever you see is doomed to disappear. But who cares, because there was a time it wasn't there. And now it is visible, and there will be a time that it is not there. Well, use the time that you have to understand this great wisdom, that the soul that you are does not live in time and space. Your real self is not the body or the soul, the mind, the body or the mind, but the soul inside. In you is reality. You are the form around timelessness. Can you imagine that you have eternity in you here? Here is eternity in. And if all falls away, eternity still is there, the same, because it is eternal. It cannot change. But the way to eternity is a travel, a journey made by the time and space, which is this form. So the form comes into time to reach timelessness, which is all the time in this form. It's a funny game. Once you understand, there's nothing to win, to reach. Just be. And eternity is what you have with you. You cannot find it outside in the time and the space, because it is spaceless. Your soul doesn't live in time, and it doesn't live in space. It has covered itself with time and space. Oh my goodness, this is so good to know. Eternity is this. Eternity is invisible inside you. Whatever the body form, getting wrinkles and gray hair, it's natural. The form in time and space change. Use it well to reach your inner eternal self. You are eternal. You cannot see it, you cannot hear it, but you are it. Eternity is this invisible insight. It's an insight inside. The insight is by the form and the consciousness and the awareness, which is all temporal. But what is seen inside is eternal. The journey of the soul, which cannot move. In fact, the soul is not on a journey. It is in a body which is on a journey. But the soul is already home. Eternal. It is eternal home. Be blessed to know this. Our bodies are time that is grown around timelessness. It's amazing to see it that way. But imagine the earth, and there is air. You have the earth and the air. And on the earth, they built a house with the walls and the roof, and then the walls down. So that is a house built on the earth, in the air that surrounds it. Well, the air is the same outside as inside the house. It doesn't need a form or a house or whatever. It is the space and it is used to build a house in that space. The house is there for a while, and the air outside is the same as the air inside, and as time passes and the house drops, then the air is just the same air. It doesn't matter if there was a wall and a roof before and it disappeared again. Likewise, our soul is not depending on what is around it. Soul is there, and then there is the earth with all living beings on it, and that is place and time. But the soul itself is so vast and it is spaceless, but in this spaceless realm there is this earth with the bodies and the forms and the houses and all what is visible. In time and space is all in this great realm of the beingness, what we are, but it is not visible what we really are. In this spaceless space where the earth is in and where the bodies are on, the space of the soul, this is the same whether there is earth or forms in it or not. Like the house built in the air. The air is around the house, is in the house, and is around the house. When the house dropped, it is still the same air. And that's what I mean to say the soul is there, whether there is an earth or a body forms or whatever, it is still the same space, like the soul, the being, the formlessness, the timelessness. That's what you are. Our soul does not live in time and space, but it gives room for us to be there for a while. Well, use the time to discover this, so you don't need another body. Because why would you take another body if it's not necessary? If you don't go for a ride, you don't need a bike or a car. Why take another car if you never drive? If you don't need to go somewhere, why should you buy another car? And this is why we have a body, to understand our eternity, our formlessness. So why take another body if you know what you are? If you are the space, why should you enter in a form in the space? You are the space. If you are the big space, why should you enter a form in space to find space? If you are the space, you know it, you have realized it. My. Look at this form. Once it was not there, then it was a baby, knowing nothing, just me. And then it was a girl with new shoes and friends and going to schools. So exciting. And then it was an adult meeting the friends, shy. And then it was a mother raising children, don't know how, and nobody taught me, but you do as good as you can. And then she was became old and lost a lot of things around. And then the grandmother, and then the worries of the children and the grandchildren, and then finally understanding. This is the journey from ignorance to wisdom, and has done with this body in time. And now it's okay. This is timelessness. Always timelessness, eternity. Don't look at the outside, the cover. That's the world that will pass. From a girl to an old woman. And then no more body. This is the last. Eternity is what it is. Home, feeling home. Thank you.